Hey there, and welcome back to Monster Train 2. Look at this progress we made. We're at 4 out of 6 Pyre Hearts. We did a great job. We got a few more things unlocked. Let's see which ones we picked up last time. It was Fira's Greed, which seems incredible, and Echo of the Time Father, which seems kinda bad, but I guess I'll have to try it. We're pretty close on a couple. If we get a run with Luna, I think we'll hit the magic power one pretty quickly. And I think if we get a run that focuses on decay with Underlegion, we might get the Bogworm's growth pretty quickly. So these two look like the next that are probably on the docket. Of course, I could shortchange that and do a dimensional challenge in order to get this one, but there are still champions I want to try, so I think I want to play those first. We did Lazarus for the first time yesterday. Yesterday. I mean, I guess it's yesterday for you. I think that's probably still true. Theoretically, these videos aren't all back to back, but they might be, and I do plan on having them back to back for a while at least. So, anyway, we played Lazarus. That was fun. I didn't unlock anything new, but there is a champion I haven't tried yet, which is the alternate champion for Pyreborne. Lady Gilda. This is the one with the whelp as the... Here you go, you can see the hover over. The whelp has the starter here. So it has an ability, indigestion, kills itself, and then deals 1 damage to enemy units. This is pretty much, to me, it's Plink eat your heart out, right? Because in Monster Train 1, Plink was too strong if it could affect the whole board, right? If it hit all enemy units, it was simply too powerful. So Plink instead ended up being 2 random units. And meanwhile in Monster Train 2, we now have a unit, that starter, that hits the whole floor and directly synergizes with Pyre Gel. I actually think this is really good. If nothing else, it's a consuming spell that does something functional, which is really cool. And I'm assuming that, I haven't actually seen Lady Gilda's paths, but I'm assuming there's some synergy here. Otherwise, why would you start with a whelp, right? So, pretty straightforward. I think it's probably really good. It definitely feels like Mark 2.0 on Plink for me, right? I mean, consider this. Plink you have to pay to consume. This thing, you just play it and it's gone. So, really good. In my opinion, anyway. I haven't played with it, you're right, so maybe it's actually trash, but we'll see. I certainly can think of combats that I've encountered where this would be really helpful, so I guess we'll find out. Anyway, I'm very excited to try this champion. If we roll, I guess I could pick one of the 3 clans that I haven't unlocked fully here. I think if I hit Banished here, I might feel a little bad, but I don't really want to select, so I think we'll leave it on random. We'll just keep doing that. I'm not in any particular rush to unlock things, so... But yeah, alright, let's give Lady Gilda a try. Don't have anything else crazy exciting to report, so let's get into it. These episodes are pretty long because I have to read cards and things as is, so basically it's just trying to move the intro a little quicker. But yeah, as always, do like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord server if you want to say hello, talk about the game, whatever. Happy to do that. As always. So yeah, let's go. See what we hit. I forgot to mention it. We're also on Covenant 8. Enemies get stronger. It seems spicy, right? Like, it seems like this should be very dangerous. So I guess we'll find out what Covenant 8 means. But so far, I will say I think the Covenants have been very impactful. Very impactful. And they all seem very well focused on a certain thing, right? Whereas in Monster Train 1, the Covenants were like, you get like 4 Covenants that affect economy, for instance. Here you have 1 that hits the economy, 1 that hits bosses, 1 that hits your starting deck, stuff like that. So that's all kind of, I like how focused each one of them feels and how impactful it feels. Also feels like less of a grind. I think 25 is probably too many. Although it's not too bad either way, since you don't have to do it the Slay the Spire way, where you have to unlock it for each clan or whatever. That would be insane. Instead, you just unlock it once and then you can pick whatever clan you like. Certainly think that's better, but... Alright. Hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just great. Very excited to play some more Monster Train for y'all. Make some progress. Today we rolled into Dominion, which is fine. Seems okay. Sure. We have Siphon, Archean, and Spike's Kale. Very well. Proto Heart Cages are Pyre, and no special capabilities, just some stats, which honestly I think is great. We have Snotty Whelp, Green Recruit, and Magma Mauler. It's interesting because these are all units that I think are probably fine, but are not things that I would normally draft. I don't think I'd ever pick a Snotty Whelp, right? This unit's like good-ish, right? It's a lot of Pyre Gel. It's kind of like Pyre Cask, I guess, in a way. But the problem is that this is like not a good unit to add to your deck. But if you start with it, sure, why not? It's a lot of whelps. It's also just generally a lot of units. That's kind of wild. We have Green Recruit. This spawns Fungi, which is nice. We also have Eager Conscript. So we have a lot of units in this deck. And then Magma Mauler is our banner unit, who's a good guy. I think he's solid. So, cool. Hit it and see what we get. Prismatic Dragon Scale. Hilarious. They keep showing me this. It's just a bad joke at this point. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Spotted Spore. Fungi gain +2 attack per troop stack. Seems okay, right? Seems fine. I generate these, so sure, why not? Let's see, what do we have? Guild Mother, Trample, a stack of stats, summon a Gilded Egg. Now, Gilded Egg, what does this say? Gilded Egg says summon Retreat, so it flees behind her when spawned, because normally it would summon in front, so I get that. It doesn't attack. Celebrate, gain 2 egg, or 2 Hoard. Okay, so this is Dragon's Hoard gameplay, basically. But it's basically its own floor, right? 4 space, and then the stats are maybe okay for 4 space. It's actually a 5 space unit, right? Because it creates this, but it overstacks. It's a little bit like... What am I trying to say? It's a little bit like, what's it called? Marsh Lord from Monster Train 1. It won't fit on the same floor with Magma Mauler. Or there's also Lady Avarice. Enchant, grant Avarice 5. Interesting. So this is like money generation. You want to fit things on the floor? These are weird. What a fascinating setup. So I don't know what the right play here is. I think it's maybe Guild Mother? What's coming up? This is a weird one. Underlegion banner, Pyreborne banner. We could play into rally strategies pretty well with all the units we have. There's just a lot of units here. Theoretically, a Green Recruit could take Extinguish reasonably well, I suppose. Not Extinguish, you know what I mean, Endless. So, that would be okay, I guess. We're going to be a very wide floor, it looks like. She's big, turns out. Let's see, Underlegion banner is on the steel side. That's probably right. So I'm leaning towards... I don't know if she's going to be a main part of this run, or if she should live on top floor and then just be a beefcake that gives me Dragon's Hoard. It sounds like that's maybe the plan. Let's try this Guild Mother path, and we'll see if we can assemble the squad downstairs beneath her so that the egg is fine, and she can perform cleanup duty, right? At least that's how I imagine this going. Right, so she just goes up here and is just gigantic. Great. And then we're going to do... Now, do I want to play Whelps with the Magma Mauler and then Fungi? I guess we can do Mauler, Shield Steward here. Our train is huge, so I don't really know what else could be done. I'm going to go ahead and breathe fire here. It will die, sure. Great. And then here we'll play a unit on middle, I suppose. It's fine, right? It's fine. These guys are... We knew they were going to pass away, so that's also okay. Now, see, you can see here I can't actually play any of my units because our floor is simply too large. So, kind of funny, but fair enough. Now, play some egg stuff here. These whelps aren't going to push through the Titan skin, so they're kind of just blow up here, and that's going to have to be okay, I think. Got a lot of units here, so we're going to leak for sure. Yeah, we're leaking for sure. I want to stop some incoming damage upstairs. there's really not a lot of room for me to do activities on this run. So I feel like we're just going to leak a lot is kind of the way this works. This is not a very strong setup, so we're doing our best. I can put a little guy down, right? Like, none of this really is doing too terribly much. Hopefully we get enough Pyre gel on this that we're okay. A 48 Pyre gel, I think we push through this, right? Yeah, it's not clean, but we get it, and we take only 6 damage. Just, I mean, think about this from the perspective of Prismatic Dragon Scale. It basically would never have had a chance of functioning here, so... Lava Armor is okay. I could lean into the Alchemy and go more Dragon's Hoard. I think that's probably correct. It's good to do that early. Infectory. Now this is strong. We liked this. Oh, it's a new one. Spawning Pods. I hadn't seen this. So consume spawn 4 seems decent. It's good efficient rate. Consumes, so fair enough. That really does put into perspective... Where is it? Let's go to the logbook. There's an Underlegion card I picked in the previous run that was 2 cost, right? Let's find it. Fertile Ground. Spawn 1 more for each card in your consume pile. It is consumed. So this Fertile Ground is actually not very good then, because this needs 3 consume cards to break even on spawning pods, right? And if you have 4 or more, you finally get out ahead. That feels inefficient. It's pretty hard to guarantee you'll have 3 consume cards, at least from what I've been able to tell. So I think Fertile Ground might actually just be a bad card, or like not as good of a card as Spawning Pods, which is interesting, now that I've seen this. Still, I think Infectory is probably correct here, despite everything. I don't want to take the Calcified Ember, but I don't really have a choice, so... Alright, let's go to the Rally side, or, you know, the Underlegion side. We get Smidge Stone, which is promising. Who are you? In Chantrell, Rally, apply Sap 1 to enemy units. That seems really strong, right? Yeah, that seems really strong. So if I make it tiny, this is really fun. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll make her tiny, and then I'm going to look for... It won't be right now, but I am going to look for a... Where's my next steal? It's right. It's coming up. Great. So save your money. I'm going to look for dualism on that, right? Because sap is a dualismable thing. Now, I have 4 deployment ember, -1 per turn. I think you never click this because I need to be able to play this alchemy, and I would like to play both banner units on turn 1. So... Now, I kind of do think, despite the fact that I could overstack Enchantrell with Lady Gilda, I'd rather play it with the Magma Mauler, right? And then have her chilling upstairs. Would still strongly prefer that. Yeah, so this is a great example, like, Alchemy is a really strong play here. I wonder, I think we actually just go and play units instead here. I'm going to burn units on this one. I will put a fungi upstairs for now. I want to save the base on middle for something else. Right, because you can do here a blast, and you can see the impact there, right? The floor now does nothing to me. I think we're going to take this 1 damage and then play this and pop this because it's big troop value to do it. So this is okay. We're just going to be accepting a lot of Proto-Heart Cage damage pings here. Yeah, so here we keep playing the Bloated Whelps. You can see the power plays here. And then we go Green Recruit, Eager Conscript. And now next floor, if this guy gets hit... Pretty, yeah, he blows up and does incredible work. So we're going to go ahead and do some fire here. Freeze and blow up. Play the Green Recruit. Put the Shield Steward in. That pushes 80-something here. Pretty strong. We're hoping to redraw the... Oh, I can't collect my deck in this Relentless Combat. We're hoping to redraw the Alchemy next turn. Oh, it turns out we actually just are winning here. Wow. All right. Well, heck. Okay. I guess we're super powerful then. Dang. Well, fair enough, I suppose. Fair enough. That looked pretty good, though. That's not quite how I expected this to go, but fair enough. I think Lava Armor is a really, really, really good card that I would like to keep clicking, so I will take that. Loam Coat is also very strong. We're going to grab this too. I think it's... Gooey Flask is maybe tempting, sap 2 to enemy units, but I think we just take the Loam Coat here. I will save on this one. Now, I desperately do need to see if I can roll into 2 Dragons Hoard coming up. Because if I had gotten to 6 there, I mean, I maybe made it... Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Played it a little bit more casually. Not casually, but defensive than maybe I should have. I might have needed aggro on that. Not sure. I could have ended with 6, and then I would have probably used it for the random artifact, but now I'm going to have to wait for 4. We do see Dualism, which is gigantically huge. We will snap-click that. A large stone is... not it? Not it. Look at the Underlegion banner. Another Enchantrell. Who are you? Prickly Puffball. Revenge applied Decay 5 to the attacker. How much damage is that? 5 times 3, so 15. I mean, I think I grab him just because there is a large stone in the pile. That seems good. One of the problems with Enchantrell, though, we quickly see, this is very much the Lodestone Totem problem, is even with a deployment phase, man, you really don't have a lot of space or like Ember to play things out. Discarded Wings. I do think, in general, you should always click the Search Deeper on this event once. This is the Pile of Wings event. Discarded Wings, I mean, it's flight, right? This is really strong. I think if you were just, like, desperate for any kind of movement, you would click this. But there's really little risk in just one Search Deeper. And then, of course, I say that and I lose the event entirely. I don't know, maybe I should have just taken that, but the thing is like, I would have put it on, what, Enchantrell, I guess? I don't know. Why is there a 10%? I don't know. It's fine. We move on. If that's the throw of this run, is that I decided to click for and lost a 10%er, then maybe that's just sort of the way it's gonna be, I guess. I don't know. I think I am going to play Enchantrell, Gilda upstairs. I realize I could still stack them together, but I don't want to. This is Siphon. I'm going to put Prickly Puffball downstairs. I want to get him on the area. Do I just click Alchemy here? I think I do, actually, right? I think I do. Despite the fact that that slows me down, I do want to do that, so... Okay. She goes bottom. Great news. Let's play the Bloated Whelp here. Pop it. I will put Lava Armor down. I think I am going to play the Snotty Whelp downstairs just to breathe fire on that, and I will put the Green Recruit in. I think that's reasonable to get in there. Okay. We get the Magma Mauler. That's pretty good. Play that out. I'm going to go ahead and put the Bloated Whelp down. I'm going to pop it. Despite the fact that that's Rage, I think it's still correct. It also guarantees that Green Recruit pops, which should push more numbers here. This seems pretty good. I mean, it's going to go upstairs and he's sapped out, so that's pretty decent. I could... Oh, Breathe Fire, I suppose. It's a bit of a bummer how this is panning out, but I think we need to get rid of this Calcified Ember here. I think we're ahead enough, so we'll take it. Okay. I haven't drawn Infectory yet, which is important to consider. There's Infectory. We're going to go ahead and pop the Bloated Whelp. I will put the Green Recruit on that floor. We're clearing upstairs. I'll play an Eager Conscript. Fine. Okay, we're doing alright, it looks like. This man nearly dies on bottom floor. Is there anything I'm waiting on right now? I don't think there is. We actually just win on bottom floor if I play the extra health from Loam Coat on him, which is pretty much that. I mean, that demonstrates how strong Sap is, right? So this guy is just kind of eating dirt off of Decay for a bunch of turns, and then we hit 8. We're totally fine. Yeah, we're okay for the moment. Cursed Dragon Staff. Ooh, deadly variant. Apply Decay equal to 5 times Sap. This seems like this should be the perfect run for this card, right? We have Enchantrell, so we're going to do that. Moral Mistress. Amorous Inoki seems redundant with Enchantrell. We'll just go ahead and sap enemies to 0 so they never attack me, so I don't need the rest of this. Obviously, there is some threat here from Dominion, however. We should think about that. It doesn't take much for him to push through 8 health. Maybe I have to take Amorous Inoki here? I feel like I might actually have to take Amorous Inoki here. I do, I think. Now, I desperately want Ember, but I also desperately want space on this run. I hate that mix. I'm going to go ahead and take the Ember now so I can at least play my units. And we will loot the Hoard. Hidden Coffers. When a unit gains Pyre Gel, it gains +1 stack. We're not really applying Pyre Gel outside of Lava Armor and Mauler. The Whelps are going to quickly become nothing. I'll take the Hidden Coffers for now. Ancient Pyre Tap. Man, I wish I had that. Known that I had that before Hell's Flame. I wonder, can I force click over here on the Hoard and like draft the Hoard items first? I don't know. Vola's is interesting too. That does make a lot of cards cheaper. It actually might be Vola's here, right? It cleans up what? All Eager Conscripts and all Whelps? I actually think it's got to be Ancient Pyre Tap. This is a fascinating decision. I'm willing to take the Pyre damage here for this Ancient Pyre Tap play, so I think we'll do it. Yeah. It's a tough call, but I think it's right. Now, Alcove, tempting. I could alternatively go left and look for Magic Shop stuff. What would be my dupe? I do think the plan eventually will be to have 2 Enchantrells on the floor, but it will be difficult to achieve that now. I don't have good Magic Shop upgrades, except for Alchemy. It's like remove, consume, or bust, pretty much. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go to the right, then. We're going to grab the money. I'm going to look at the Light Forge. What do we see? Oh, we see the third path. Harvest, apply Pyrogel 2 to enemy units. Whelp units cost 1 less Ember on this floor. Well, that's not going to work. This doesn't play well because I currently take up the whole floor. So I think we're going to... Okay, this is Celebrate, gain 4 eggs and 50 gold. Should be good. We're just going to go in on this Guild Mother business. Okay, this is fascinating. I think we can solve the draw problem now by taking Winged Steel, which I think is a must-click here. I really like Expanded Coffers. If I can... I'm currently generating, what, 4, 6 per combat? What does it look like when I get to 12? Okay, so if I do this, obviously, you know, 13 is better, but 12 is really strong here. I'm going to take the coffers, despite the fact that I don't really benefit from that right away. We'll take the alcove now. What are you? Celebrate, permanent, fragile, celebrate. Permanently gain 10 damage. Do I have anything that really cares about this? Not really. Ember Drain, summon, gain 3 Ember. I mean, I might as well take the Ascetic Penance thing and put it on a Whelp if nothing else. It generates Ember and then I can blow it up. It's literally free. It's true. It's literally free. I do like that quite a bit. That's like, I don't have any attackers in the traditional sense here. So I think... we're looking... Our damage is actually bad. We're probably going to be leaking things to the Pyre. I'm not really sure what our state is for Relentless. It's kind of like, hopefully Magma Mauler can kill, or the Decay. So I don't think it's ever Frailty Penance, but I'll take the Ascetic Penance, and I might just put this in Bloated Whelp here. Or Green Recruit. The problem with Green Recruit is he has to die, which is tough. So I'm going to put this in the whelp. Sure, I'll take it. Great. Should be fine. It's not very exciting, but it's okay. I'm going to buy a removal on big unit here. Shield Steward can go. It's just because it's very difficult to do anything here. And I'm going to tell you right now I need to take this trial. Yeah, I don't really have a choice. I need to take this trial. Now, we're fighting Kel. How much health does this stupid egg have? 15? I kind of worry that we might lose. I think we want to do Puffball downstairs. I'm debating how... Yeah, we don't want to put things in front of Puffball. So I think it is just straight up Puffball chilling downstairs. Yes. And then I want to do Inoki, Enchantrell, right? And then we put Mauler down. And then Gilda upstairs. And that's essentially our complete train here. Right. I'm going to go ahead and Infectory middle. So I'm going to pop something here, I suppose. Really doesn't matter. These units are a problem. I need space. I mean, I knew I would need this. Guess I'll play the Recruit just to draw a card. Yeah, we can't even play most of our units here, which is not ideal, if I'm being clear with you. So... we play some sap here. It's fine. I'm going to go ahead and blow up a unit downstairs. Great. Guess I'll play the Vengeful Shard. This is not looking good, in my opinion. Yeah, this is not looking great. If I'm being clear. I think I could get this collector in exchange for this. That's expensive, but not the worst idea, I suppose. Is this good? This setup? I kind of would prefer if I could play into this. I don't know if Inoki is correct here. We'll take a hit. We're leaking enemies here, unfortunately. We're doing our best, but our best is not particularly good here. And we blow this thing up. I'm going to go ahead and push Lava Armor downstairs. Yes, I will take the Loam Coat middle, because at least that gives me some auto troop triggers, which I appreciate. I'm going to pull the trigger on a Snotty Whelp downstairs. I think that's good. And I think I am going to troop up on middle. We're going to take more hits on top. Yeah, guy hits me twice for 6. It's not good. We're leaking in a bad way. I'm going to go ahead and play a Calcified Ember out here. Literally cannot play more units. So I'm going to take some of the Vengeful Shard damage here. I think this guy won't hit me, actually, right? Yeah, he won't hit me, right? Because we have the extras here. I guess we'll take Alchemy on this one, I suppose. I'm going to hit the Fungi business on this. We're going to Breathe Fire at least. The bottom floor is looking rough. Do we win on middle? We do. We win on middle, which is actually super important because our egg survives. Don't click anything. Alright, well, this could have been worse then, but we get it, so fair enough. Fair enough. This will have to do. The Pyre Gel is doing great work. I need to look for steel shops, I think. I need Ember as well. Yes, I need Ember as well. We end up with 6 Dragon's Hoard, which is pretty solid. Soul Smelter is potentially really good here. Stuck Up Whelp. I don't think that's it. Alright, fine. Mushroom Cloud is definitely the click here, I think. Yes. Wax Cap. More sap is actually fascinating. Wax Cap plus Enchantrell would be pretty good. Problem, of course, is if you give Wax Cap Endless, you have to kill it. The other problem is that it has a Calcified Ember, which I really don't want. I don't feel ahead right now. I'm going to take the Mushroom Cloud. It feels good. I'm going to save here, and we're going to aim for 6 next turn, next combat. Going left, I need to see good stuff. Okay, so feeling good about this. I can give Puffball a Titanite. I can make Inoki tiny. That looks promising. I can afford a reroll. Endless. Was actually, I mean, I guess I could take a large stone on Inoki if I really wanted. That doesn't, because the smidge stone wins. But I think the endless play is maybe more fascinating. I can generate Ember. It's too bad I took Ember and then found endless for a bloated whelp here. The thing is I think if we sap enemies to 0, it's going to be too difficult to play something like Green Recruit here, right? Endless Green Recruit, how do you kill him? Endless this thing, at least you're guaranteed that it kills itself, right? Which I think is good enough. We'll take it. Alright, Armory says Void Armament or Grow Room. Both of these are really good. Void Armament is something I could put on Magma Mauler so I actually have a winning line into Relentless, which would be cool. I could also use this to remove garbage, potentially. Grow Room in just general is pretty strong. But we already have Infectory for our main floor. I'm going to take the Void Armament here. We're going to look at the alcove, see if we hit something good. Bone Dog's Pendant. How do I feel about Bone Dog? The problem is I really can't fit more units on my floor, so I think we just take the pendant and move on. I'm happy enough with it. And that's reasonable, I think, right? Reasonable. I would still look for another steel shop. A dualism would be hot, and I would take some upgrades for Mauler here. So we're not all done with steel shops as is. Penitent Prayer Stone. Now, because of Inoki, I think we can take this, which is at least promising, so that's good. I think I need to take it. Our egg can't kill itself, which is nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting, interesting. I think we want to do Inoki, Enchantrell. I'm thinking it's Puffball. I have to decide where the Mauler goes. I think we want to leave space on this floor for enemies to play onto this, so I'm thinking of Mauler downstairs. Yes, I think we want to play it like this for now. Now, obviously, mid-floor looks bad, but that's okay. I'm going to Eager Conscript here. That's reasonable. Alright, let's play the Whelp middle. It will kill itself, but it can breathe fire, and that's actually Infectory popping off, so that's decent. Okay, enemies attacking into Puffball is good. I'm a fan of this. This is a great example of Whelp, blow up the Whelp. Green Recruit. Great. And then Six Sap, I'm going to go ahead and Alchemy upstairs, and that should be pretty decent. Now, there is the argument that, like, Infectory is obviously not working too well because enemies are dying off the floor, but... Now, interestingly, what I should do is I'm going to Conscript Mushroom Cloud here because it gets me money. And I like money. I'm going to go ahead and play another Green Recruit on middle, which I think is cool. I can't play my cool Whelp, unfortunately, so that's a bit of a bummer, but that's fine. I will play Lava Armor middle. This is like super, or bottom. This is super helpful, I think. This guy, I'm pretty sure, walks and just dies, right? Yeah, he just passes away. So this is looking like this is looking very similar to a... What's the word I'm trying to use? Very similar to a Monster Train 1 Lodestone Totem run, basically. Guy spawns in, dies, seems good. I can play the Eager Conscript. We should be fine. I could do a Void Armament here. Remove a unit, but I like these Green Recruits, so... probably, if I'm putting this anywhere, it's on the fungi, actually. Yes. Because the fungi, if the fungi gets purged here, I don't really care, right? Because he's not actually in my deck, is the thing. Right. I would like Soul Smelter on a unit with dualism. I could Loam Coat here, interestingly. Huh. Sure. I played it. I could now Whelp and then blow it up, which is fun. Sure. Seems reasonable. Mid-floor's looking okay. We're getting decent hits. This should be a lot of... This pushes a lot downstairs, yeah. So aim is first you do Whelp. You blow it up. We're going to keep doing this, which is kind of funny. But it is kind of a fascinating setup. Interesting. We want to leave that space here. You can see I think we've actually created something really useful here. Really good. Mid-bottom floor is looking solid. All right, I think we figured this out, right? And then, yeah, we're like actually coming out ahead on this, right? Then we get to play our unit again, then blow them up. And like we've sapped the boss down to nothing. We have 29 regen. We are cruising. Okay, yeah. I think we actually are doing pretty decent here. And we're getting good procs. We hit 13 thanks to Soul Smelter, which is big. That lets me choose my boss relic, which is huge. Sacrificial Chamber. It's solid, but I don't need it. We sell it. Mushy Room. Mushy Room is free real estate here, in my opinion. I play this bottom floor, and it pre-saps them into middle. Okay, yes. We will loot here. Sharpened Teeth? No, it's just the Magma Mauler. Hellfire Bellows? It's not bad. It's just the Magma Mauler and the Lava Armor, but I think it'll actually be Flaming Talons. That seems good. Again, Whelps apply Pyre Gel 3 on strike. The problem is that when it strikes, they changed this, right? When you play the ability, it doesn't count as a strike, so it's kind of garbage, actually. Like, even though I'm using Whelps, this is not helpful. Sharpened Teeth is probably the most useful thing here, and even then, this is not great. Firecracker, I do not have any spell damage in this run. So let's take the Sharpened Teeth here. It at least does something. Let's take space. If I take the space now, this means I can take draw later, which is huge. Absolutely massive. Now, I have Ancient Pyre Tap. So anything I make deployable is basically playable, which is fantastic. Hall of Mirrors. What if you didn't have to dupe Enchantrell? Hold up, think about this. I have Ancient Pyre Tap. I can do whatever I want Ember-wise, as long as I'm willing to burn my Pyre to the ground, and I super am. We have actually the best Pyre for this. It's raw stats, so it's pretty good in that respect. Now, with 6 Ember, let's say I make this deployable, Hall of Mirrors. We then... It's also 7 space. It's important to keep in mind. We then double up Enoki and Enchantrell for 4 space. Right? This reduces it to 5, so I could fit a 5th unit on the floor. Interesting. Now, what I would do is I would make it deployable, and then I would need to play Infectory over it to add space to my floor later. I think this has to be correct. I just need to think through how this looks. So we have 5 space on turn 1. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play singular Enoki, right? So 1 space. Then we play Hall of Mirrors. Then we play Enchantrell for 2 units. That's 3 space used of 5, right? This then lets me fit... Why am I obsessed with 5 space here? Let's think. Then I can play Whelps, and they double up, but they still had space anyway, because they're duping, right? And then I would blow them up, and that would be okay. I guess I don't really care. I could go to 4, and then when I find Infectory later, I can raise it back up to 7, and you could put Magma Mauler on the floor and still have room for... Well, no, that's the thing, right? 4 plus 2 is 6, which means Fungi is 7, which would block me from playing the Whelp on the floor and blowing it up. So I do want to only have one Inoki. So... And that's fine. I don't need more. That's the Inoki exists solely as the counter to Dominion here, right? We need to answer, how do I not die to Corruption 2 when I have 8 health on my floor? And that is a really good answer we've chosen. So, right, here we go. We're going to play Hall of Mirrors. I am going to make it deployable. I think it's very strong here. Bloodthirsty Blade is maybe functional, but a little odd. What do I put this on? I have nothing that really hits very well. Although I do think if we hold, for now at least, if we hold Magma Mauler, we can play him on the floor later. There's an argument to go to a second arms shop, right? So I think we want to go to Steel Shop on 7. If we hit what we need for Mauler, great. If we don't, we need to go to the Steel Shop on 8 and hopefully hit something for Mauler. We're also still looking for dualism for Inoki, or at least plus 10, maybe a dualism, or plus 25, I mean. Something like that. It's a plus 20 in Monster Train 2, you know what I mean. If we have to go to Ring 8 Steel, fine. It's fine. We can just play the Mauler later and do okay. If we do hit on the Mauler on Ring 7, which is not guaranteed, then we can go to the Arms Shop and double deployable. We deployable the Infectory, and then what you do is you play Hall of Mirrors, you get what you want, then you play Infectory to get the space back, then you can play the Mauler on top of that and you have a full floor setup. So you can see how powerful that would be. I am going to cut the other Shield Steward. I want to get rid of things that take up a truckload of space that I can't reasonably play. I just don't see where Bloodthirsty Blade plays into this, right? That's kind of the thing. Who's getting the hits? I mean, I'd rather put... I guess you could fuse Void Armament plus Bloodthirsty Blade and make your Fungi kind of like a Warmonger. It's not bad. We'll take it. Alright, sure. Enchanted Chambered? Absolutely not. Overgrowth Carapace. Now, one thing I've been informed that I think is cool. Overgrowth Carapace increases the space of a unit, but the space of a unit is maxed at 6. So if you have 7 space on the floor, I think it keeps growing and just stops at 6. So we're going to buy this, and it's going to go exclusively into your friend, Prickly Puffball. This guy might actually be really, really good. I think he's growing on me. I don't know, his damage seems a little low, but he's functional, which I appreciate. He kind of fulfills a very useful role, similar to something like a Firebrand or a Hothead. He chills on a lower floor and kills bad things, right? He's going to be my main guy that's answering stuff like Dominion backlines and so forth. So I kind of do like that. I'm going to go ahead and put the Bloodthirsty Blade in the Void Armament now, because I think it's important. If I get another arms shop, I'm probably going to put... I guess I could also do Loam Coat into Void Armament. If I put this on Fungi, that's pretty huge. He grows in size. That's actually really strong. We're going to do this here. No, where is it? Where is it? Void Armament? Weird mix, but doable. Then this Bloodthirsty Blade is kind of dead, but I don't know. I think this is going to be stronger, right? Right? I think Loam Coat on Void Armament is guaranteeing scaling and getting kills. I think this is super good. I think it is, right? And I can afford this. This is pure Ancient Pyre Tap, burn it to the ground. Sure. Alright, fine. Purge-wise, I think we're cruising. The dupe here is tricky, but I think it's as simple as duping what? Alchemy? Just dupe this card. Fine, I think. It might be duping Deadly Variant. We might be able to convert this into just absolutely murdering Seraph ASAP. The thing is, I don't have a lot of upgrades on my spells. I'm just going to make another copy of Deadly Variant, I think. Alchemy speeds me up. I'm going to take Alchemy. I think this is correct. We're going to move on now. I don't think with the Soul Smelter we're going to reach fast enough that we push this through. Now, this floor, by the way, let me be clear. Spike's Kale is horrifying because he is the worst champion for me to fight here. Because I could leak an enemy to the Pyre, and great job, right? I can make them do 0 damage. Oh no, spikes. So I think we do absolutely need to answer this to the best of our ability. Okay, let's think. So first things first, Hall of Mirrors. We could do Hall of Mirrors Gilda, which is funny. Is that ever good? I wonder if that's actually good on this particular combat. We could push 120 on top floor. Huh. You think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 7. You can fit a lot of things on the floor. Gilda fits up here. And this should also... Does this quad? I think this quads the eggs, right? Because each Gilda spawns 1, and then Hall of Mirrors spawns 2 more. Does this work? Oh, baby. Egg. Alright, you got my attention. Great, now we're just going to burn a lot of health here, and it's going to have to be okay. It's pretty much as simple as that. I want to put the Mauler in front here, because I think we want to hit that Pyrogel and then have them swing. Okay, great. I wish to Snotty Whelp downstairs and breathe fire on this guy. I think that's an important play. We're going to play as aggressively as I think we reasonably can. I am not going to mess around. This is 16 eggs, by the way. I didn't even think about this interaction when I picked up Hall of Mirrors. That's crazy powerful. Alright, I do think it is egg mode on middle. I think we're going to have to eat this egg here. I need to actually, I need to increase this stuff. This is going to have to be okay. Okay, so I think if we can clear mid-floor, we're maybe doing it. Don't have Infectory yet, which is a bummer. I can pop that, and that's pretty good. I can play the Spear Steward and it gets shot. And then I can come downstairs, play this guy, blast him. We're clearing the Curse guy, which is good. I would like to play Embiggening on Puffball here. I'm going to blow up downstairs, I think. We're clearing middle. This is good. I'll keep him big for now. I could do, what, 30 decay on Kale, but I'm going to hold for now. Alright, fine. Get big. Get huge, friend. Get huge. Breathe fire. Important. Blow up. I do not have Infectory. Okay. Play a unit. Blow up. Play a unit. Blow up. We're going to keep doing this because it's good to do. This guy has 1,000,000 sap and will die to Gilda. Great. Okay. We're doing decent, at least. Alright, we're doing alright. Guy is getting big. Big man. Let's put... I think the first things first. I need to draw into Infectory. I've decided. Yeah, that needs to happen. I'm losing a lot of value on my little buddy. So let's play a guy, blow it up. Let's play a guy, but don't blow it up quite yet. How do I want to approach you? I haven't seen either green recruit yet, so let's put lava armor upstairs because I'd like to draw something. Sure. Okay, fair enough. He's attacking and dying on spikes, which is interesting to me. I still think I blow him up. We'll play the other whelp here, which also gets itself killed. Breathes fire. 22 it attacks and dies. 20 plus 22. The fungi gets this kill, which is fair. So I get to put Magma Mauler has the blast here. We're currently holding it out, right? Yeah, I think we're currently doing okay. Alright, we have fungi power. I still have not drawn Mushy Room or Infectory. We definitely need card draw here. Breathe fire. Alright, play green recruit. It's good. We like it. I'm going to push the Vengeful Shard because I would like to draw. Play this. We get Alchemy, which is an unnecessary card, right? I'm going to blow up my unit because I want to. I cannot believe I didn't think about this whole quad celebrate stuff. I don't think this is the plan for the run, like, at large. The fact that it's working for Kale is mostly just like a promising afterthought. Now, unfortunately, I did put a Snotty Whelp down, which is taking up the last space that Puffball needs to keep growing, but it's okay. Not going to play this recruit because it won't die is the problem. It's a really good turn, though, right? We push a crazy amount of sap onto the boss. We finally get Infectory, which is, geez, sort of the point, right? It's like, it is the combo package here, which was kind of what we were always trying to do. I can't play the Steward. I guess I could play it and it could not die. Yeah, it would not die, which would cause problems. Yeah. Great. Doing okay. Guys gets the top floor, can't do anything. It's also, I'm kind of negating my own Winged Steel by playing the unit and killing him. The problem is that it's actually really good for the run to do it, so I'm not really mad, right? Like, it's not bad what I'm doing. I'll breathe fire here, it's fine, sure. Now, I think Kale in Relentless is going to have enemies. I think he'll get killed. Right, he does pretty okay here. Only 4 spikes, so the Eager Conscript, I am going to blow up my own friend. It's fine. I'm actually going to play the Green Recruit, which should draw something else impressive. Then I can blast this. I guess I'll burn this out. Okay, sure. We managed to push some numbers. He only eats a little bit. We have enough health thanks to other things anyway that it's not a big deal. We can just play a unit. We can draw. We can do this. We can play the units. We can draw. It's great. I then get to Deadly Variant the boss and push 140 decay, which is pretty cool. And I'm just going to cruise on that, right? My guy takes 400 and something damage here. So we make it through. And we earn a bazillion dollars. Great, we did something. Fungi in a suit is probably great. Hell Furnace is going to be okay. We have different plans. Fungi in a suit for sure. I'm taking draw. We've answered everything else here. 100%. We actually get 2 of these, by the way. We do get 2 of these. I could just take space and then go completely mad with power. Right? Double space because I have all of this Dragon's Hoard. Because I can get draw from... Or I can get 2 draw. Ooh, talk about that. I can take draw now and draw again. I think we actually just do draw, and then we take draw from the Dragon's Hoard here, which is pretty huge. I have no magic power in this deck, so Pyreborne's Insignia is dead. We'll take Hellfire Bellows. It at least augments the Flaming Talons. Ember Charge is not bad. right? I don't hate it. Pyre's Breath. Technically could do something. I could leave Snotty Whelps on a floor, I suppose. I guess. It's not very helpful. I'll take the Ember Charge. It's better, I think. We will take draw. I would like to draw 7 cards, baby. Let's go. What does he become? Bloated Whelp gets Ascetic Absolution. So it just gets rid of the Ember Drain, which literally had no downside to me anyway. So, great job, buddy. He's just an Ember Generator. Hooray. That's funny. Alright, now I am going to look at the Steel Shop as promised. We want to look for something that augments Magma Mauler. That's the plan. Endless is not it, nor is Quick. I mean, like, I don't know, Endless Green Recruit's not a terrible card, but it is a little bit hard to actually play here. Right, because it has to die, and it's going to get stronger each time, and then we're also sapping enemies down. I'm just going to reroll on this. Multi-Strike is a good pickup here for Magma Mauler. We like that. Large Stone? I don't want to make him big. I will... Yeah, we're good enough. This is good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and take a plus 20 on Amorous Inoki. And I'm going to go ahead and put a plus 14 on Magma Mauler. This will do. We can augment other stuff elsewhere. I'm going to go to the arms shop up ahead because you saw in this previous combat how important it was that I hit Infectory faster. Now the question you have to ask yourself, can I go nuts? I'm doing 240 Pyre attack value, by the way, because I've gotten an additional 110 Pyre damage from these boss relics that I've picked up. This is wild. So strong that we get that. I would like to see if I can do it again. The crazy thing is, if I walk an enemy to my Pyre doing 240, this thing could probably beat Seraph, right? You let Seraph walk to your Pyre with enough sap and he just absolutely gets slammed. Crazy. So I think what I'm going to be doing... Ooh, back up actually. I want to look at the Forge here. What do I get out of this? 400 gold? 400 gold. I don't need more Dragon's Hoard, but I'll tell you what I would be happy with. That is 1,600 gold if I play aggressively in this next combat. Aggressively meaning that I do the Hall of Mirrors thing upstairs. I'm sorry, I would like 1,600 gold. I will buy out everything. Okay, sure. Also, BT Dubs, she is a 100-150. This is like monstrous Penumbra, but actually good. This unit is actually not bad, even if it didn't summon this egg. So that's kind of funny. Amazing. I don't need alchemy. I underestimated how big this number was going to get. I'm going to remove a Spear Steward. These things, everything is very hard to play. Units are good. I want to keep them if possible. Naughty Whelp, huh? He's not terrible, but he is a little annoying. Alchemies are one and done at least. So, I mean, so are these units. So it's really just like, what are you going to get rid of first, right? I did dupe the alchemy, but I underestimated how powerful Gilda was going to be. I didn't think it would grow like this. And I also didn't think about the Hall of Mirrors shenanigans. I'm glad this card made it to rare. It definitely needed to be. This card is nutty. And then for Seraph, we just go ham. We don't care about our economy at that point. So I'm going to do the double up strat on mid. And Seraph will have, like, 5 million sap, right? It'll just be a crazy large number. I really do think... I'm actually going to cut a Whelp here. This guy's tough to play. I'm also going to cut a... I'm going to earn so much money, I'm going to cut an Alchemy here. It's fine. We just spend a bunch. It's fine. I know I duped it. I, should have done something else. What do we get? Strike, apply Corruption 20. The fun thing is I do have a Dualism person. Corruption 40, it's entertaining. Spawn a random friendly unit from your deck. This is both good and bad. There's so much trash. The last thing I would want is to get stuck with a random unkillable thing on the floor. I think it's going... I mean, it's probably just striking the melee and spell weakness play here. This seems really good. Corruption, I gotta tell you, Corruption 40 looks pretty fun here, right? That looks pretty spicy. But I really do think, I think we take this for sure. The downside is fine. I can literally just play it for free. Free, quote-unquote, Pyre tap. Basically, I'm paying Pyre health for it. I do this, for sure. Even though he doesn't have dualism, it's okay. It's still a ridiculously strong effect. I would happily click it any time of the week. So, and we have so many boss relics. I'm over it. I also have the Bone Dog Pendant with Ancient Pyre tap if things get real spicy. So we have a lot of options. I'm going to be playing into mid-floor. I think I will be able to sap him out, noticing that this is the Silence Goober. How do I even answer Silence? Well, Puffball. No, Puffball doesn't work, right? Jeez. Do I just not answer Silence at all? Huh. Okay. That's actually quite bad. That's actually quite remarkably bad. I don't know if... We might eat dirt. The only things I have that answer it are whelps, which is not a real answer. I have no relics that do this. I could make it work. No, you can't use abilities on them. How do you even kill them? What a wild problem to have. This unit is hard countering me here. I guess we'll do our best. The only answer I have is actually Mushroom Cloud. Unbelievably. Yikes. I don't think it kills me, but because I have so much health, but I'm probably, I think, leaking a full wave here. I think I'm leaking a full wave. We're going to do the Gilda nonsense. Bam, 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 bam. Normal and good. I take an extra... I think it is more correct to play the rally in the correct order here than it is to save the Pyre health. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like this floor is just gonna kill me, I guess. I don't know what to even say about it. It's bad. Now, I mean, I think we actually are okay because we can just face tank and trample through on top floor at least, but jeez, I don't know. All right, we roll the good guy at least. That's pretty nice. He can do some fun stuff, and we can then play things. Do I take the fungi in a suit early? Maybe. I'll take it early just so I don't lose this floor. I think that's all right. Yeah, he just pummels my guys. No, nothing otherwise. Now, bottom floor, of course, cleans up, right? That's fine. Okay, so I can actually stop this with the Mushroom Cloud, but we actually get through it anyway. But I'm fully silenced here, so we are at a little bit of a loss. So I'm going to play out some things bottom floor. That will be all right. We can then push down the other whelp here and clear this floor entirely, which is pretty cool. So that's something. I lose. I'm going to play the whelp just so he gets murdered. It's fine. And I'm going to play a conscript here. I will put down... No, green recruit's not great here. I think we chill. We're clearing this floor, which is, like, great. This floor was not actually that scary, but there's later waves that this will be problematic on, so... Overgrowth, Carapace bottom. We're going to play into middle. I'm going to blow him up. I'm going to keep doing this, I think. I'm actually going to... How am I feeling about this? I'm definitely playing... Yeah, okay, we're going to play into this, play this card, drop this in. I'm going to pay the upgrade for the Ember for this. This will be fine. We have overgrowth downstairs. Our goal is to be as prepared as possible for the next Herald. There it is. This Herald, this is the scary one, right? Blow him up. I can sap on bottom, which I think is valuable. Then I can continue to blow up this floor, right? Really should have put down the Soul Smelter first, but it does not matter, actually. This guy is dead. This is the scary floor here, right? 100%. So, I'm going to put the lava armor upstairs in case I need it. This wave has a heavy that I cannot answer, and a herald. Okay. Fortunately, we hit the mushroom cloud, which I'm glad I drafted this. Need to be thinking about these guys more often, I think. Now we can have a normal turn, you see? And we get to play again, we get to go. Alright, yeah. So the floor, like, looks crazy once we actually get rolling. Great, in fact. Very cool. I'm going to save Deadly Variant. This Train Steward is kind of DOA. Now, is there going to be another Silence Wave? I think there might be a third one. Oh my god. This wave is horrifying. What? How do I answer you? We're going to have to answer this by making fungi big. Is pretty much the only realistic option here. Fungi needs to be huge. And then... oh, man. We can't even get the revenge on him. This wave is... yikes. Now, I think... let's think about this. The boss immediately spawns. There's no longer an empty wave. So we get a boss. So that means when this wave is at top floor, we fight the boss. The problem is, that's where my stupid eggs are. So I might not get any value? Okay, there is an answer, and that answer is Deadly Variant. Incredible. We did it, champions. We did it, y'all. So now the Herald at least dies, which won't be silencing our eggs. This was terrifying, everyone. This could have ended up getting rid of all 1,600 of my dollars, which would have been very bad. So we do manage to kill all the purified souls here, which I appreciate. I will pump Eager Conscript here. Great. We're doing our best, actually, which is great news. Cool. We clear things. This guy is spicy, but we easily answer it. Yes. Okay, we didn't play a couple cards. We get to draw him again. We get to do it some more. We're golden. We managed to sap this guy down to 4. Now, I will be honest with you. I didn't notice this at first. He has a Resolve Gain Multi-Strike 1. What a spicy boss. I'm glad that Ring 7 really brings the pain, you know? This was dicey, but we're good, right? We're absolutely good. We win this. We get an obnoxious amount of everything. We're super rich. Great. Honestly, incredible. I'm a bazillionaire, and I get the final 13 shard thing. Amazing news. Now... too bad Wealthy Whelp can't have spawned earlier in the run, because I'd be running around with a bazillion dollars. It doesn't really work very well with Soul Smelter anyway, so it is mildly funny, but, you know. Or not just Soul Smelter, but the stupid Gilda play. So, funny. Alright, what's next? Grow Room? Grow Room. I could put this on top floor, and then it grows the sap. Yeah, I mean, that seems reasonable. Alternatively, Pox is another card I could have drafted at some point for the, what's it called? The Silence guys. I need to think about that combat more. It's a little spooky. I'm going to take Grow Room here. I think it's fine. We will loot. More money. Amazing. Taskmaster's Leash. I don't even have an ability I care about. So let's skip it. I mean, I do, but they're all on imps, so it doesn't... Imps. They're not imps. It just makes me think about it. They're whelps. Little dragon buddies. I'll take the Pyreborne insignia, I guess. Maybe. It does something. Possibly. I guess I could sell this. I don't know if the 25 gold is really going to make a big difference, though, right? I don't feel like that's adding a lot. Yeah, I don't really feel like this is adding a ton to the whole situation. So I think we're going to skip that, actually, and move on from here. I guess I'll take this. Sure. Pyreborne's insignia, it's something. Medallion of Superiority is for sure the pickup here, though. This is like free stats for so many of my units. I'm very happy for that. Incredible pickup. I take more Ember, which, sure, why not? We're happy about it. It's the only thing we could pick. We're going to go left. We get more health. I'm maxed out. We need to deployable the most important thing, which is Infectory. Our play here is 100% Mirror Room into Infectory to reopen up the space. So we do this, and this also prevents us from having the problem where we're just non-functional for a while. Merge equipment. I would like to pimp out my Pyre gel buddy, my little puffball guy downstairs. He gets lava armor plus overgrowth carapace. Incredible. Huge value. The cool thing about a merge is it's technically a removal, right? You merge 2 cards you have down into 1, which it's very much like, what's it called? Unit infusions from Monster Train 1, right? It's very much in a similar vein. That's the idea behind it. They had to give me a bunch of trash. Wing clippings, unstable Pyre Sparks, Spirit Breaker's Charge. Maybe Spirit Breaker's Charge is sick. Does this work on the imps? Let's try it. That actually might be sick here. Let's reroll this. Apply Pyre Gel 6 to enemy units when a whelp dies. Yes. On deployment phase, draw a room card from your deck and reduce its cost to 0. Yes. Friendly units gain Avarice 2. I would purchase that if I had any economy to do at this point. Mind Cage. No value to be had. Sacrificial Chamber I don't care about. Another Overgrowth Carapace, non-functional. Reroll. Cursed Dragon Staff. I mean, sure, I'll stick it on a random unit. Why not? Put it on our Inoki or something, and then when we incant with whatever, it kind of just blows up the floor. Glass Cannon, I don't know what I would do with. I could honestly put it on... I mean, I wouldn't put it on a unit at all, because I'd rather him have his health, right? I was thinking about putting it on, like, the Mauler, but the truth is, if he took, like, a Spikes hit, it would be the worst thing ever. Or, more importantly, if he takes Corruption damage, so Glass Cannon is a no-go. Maybe we just cut a billion cards and move on. It's not a bad call to do it. Speed things up. One day I might master Spear Steward. That day is not today. Get rid of the Snotty Whelp as well. It's not helpful. We're going to perform a large culling, I suppose. What are the least played cards in my deck? I'm happy to hit these Whelps. They're fine. A lot of these cards are real good for me. Very helpful. Green Recruit is a big burst. It's actually a reasonably good card here. I think it's better than a Whelp, probably. Well, I don't know. I did take a couple of relics here that benefit them. Spirit Breaker's Charge plus the Sacrificial Chris. Like, those are pretty solid. So I'm going to keep all the Whelps for sure. I might cut a Green Recruit. Sure, I'll cut one. I still have so much money. Let's cut Alchemy. I don't need that anymore. At this point, I'm just basically building myself down. I don't think the Bloodthirsty Blade is adding anything to this run. Man, I guess it's better than nothing. It goes away. I put it on the little dude. Sure, whatever. Whatever. My 3 room cards are on point. I feel like we've got it, and it's okay. Right? We're all right. We're doing the thing. I'm going to cut an Eager Conscript, I guess. What else do I even purchase? Here, I'll take money. Sure, why not? I guess we're just going to sit on this. I don't actually want to remove too many more cards. The Whelps are high power, and the Eager Conscripts give me something to do once I have played everything. Most of our deck gets played in I guess I could get rid of Soul Smelter at this point. All right, you know what? That's fair. We have the money. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of the Soul Smelter. There's really no reason to have this, so we will burn it out. Great. All right, that's something. 29 cards remaining. With draw 8, technically, thanks to Winged Steel. I think we're good. I think we're good enough. I'm going to go ahead and move on, and we don't spend 2 more removals, because my deck is good. I'm happy about the state of things. It has the right pieces, and I don't want to ruin it. So, alright, we can move on. Now, we're going to play this one differently than the other combats. That's the thought behind it. We don't care about double Gilda, right? So we're just going to airdrop in Gilda upstairs, and she kind of just chills. We will play the Puffball downstairs as before. He's helpful. Now, we can, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doesn't work. So you need to do... All right, think about this. Inoki. Grow Room is upstairs, by the way. Yes. We play Inoki 1. We play Hall of Mirrors. We then drop in Enchantrells, right? We get 2 of them. We then switch to Infectory here. Right? Yes. We then put down the Mauler. And we're golden. I've done all this work so that I have a space for fungi and a space for my imp. Not my imp, my whelp. You know what I mean. Great, we did it. Now it's gonna spawn upstairs, and I don't really care. But now we get Mushy Room downstairs, fantastic. Our whole game plan is play unit, blow unit up. Play unit, blow unit up. And this just cycles, right? Huh. Man, we don't do enough damage to kill a heretic with this guy? Okay, this actually is a big problem. We don't kill the Curse Boys. Puffball, you suck. Hey, wait, Puffball, you're actually bad. Hey, buddy, why don't you do enough damage to kill the one thing you have a job to kill? This is actually terrible. What do I do here? I'm going to go ahead and play an Eager Conscript and blow it up so that we at least do that. I'm not going to mess around. I'm just going to take the 1 damage here. It's fine. Okay. He at least kills duos. That's something. Alright, merged equipment. Alright, time for Buddy to get big. Hikes, man. I'm really bummed out about that. We are going to play the merged equipment here. Yes, it's good. I will play Bloodthirsty Blade. Most of this does not matter. Yeah, we just let this sit, I think. I'm going to save the fungi in his suit for later, I think. We take that ping, it's fine. Alright. Now, this is going to cause problems with the heretics, right? So this is big turn moment. So, big turn, big brain... Wow, words are hard. Big turn, big brain gameplay is activated. Let's play out the stuff. Alright. Unit... Press button. Great. Unit. Redraw other buddy. Press button. Great. Unit. Press button. Great. Eager Conscript. Vengeful Shard, I guess. Deadly Variant activate. 200 Decay. There we go. I could have put the green recruit down, but I want to keep the space open. And downstairs, I really don't... He's going to keep growing until he has enough space. So I think we just don't actually... I'll put the green recruit upstairs, actually. He can go live there for now. Cool. And we are way ahead on everything else. Meanwhile, our lad downstairs functionally cannot do his job. How are you dying? 64 corruption? Excuse you? Why do you even exist, my man? What a ridiculous floor. I don't even know what to say here, man. He's having a bad day, I guess. It's a bummer, I'll tell you that much. I will drop 108 here. That's pretty solid. Alright, well, fair enough, man. I don't know. Puffball let me down here. I guess I don't get that floor anymore. Fine. Play a unit, blow him up, draw a unit. I mean, you can see the real impact here is you get some Pyre Gel. I was getting it from the Revenge here, but I guess now I'm getting it just from my Flaming Talons. And then when he blows up, he does some good damage and does a whole bunch of really strong work here. So this looks pretty good, at least. Just absolutely crumble this floor. Legit, I suppose. This is what we're dealing with, I guess. Go crazy. Fair enough. Do it again. Do it again. Blow up the enemies. And we get to also kill them thanks to the dragon staff that's here from dealing 1 damage. Our incants are very spicy right now, so... Our mid-floor looks rock solid, though, so I guess this is fine. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed. I messed this up. I should have played this in a different order. Because I'll draw here. Yeah, it's fine. Well, that's okay. I can incant this out. It's fine. We actually win on this turn anyway. I don't know. It's fine, but I'm really disappointed in Puffball, actually. That's, like, a real poor performance. Like, Titan Sentry would have done better. But, whatever. We won, I guess. With any... I mean, did we unlock the debuff Fireheart there? If we didn't, I don't know what they want from me. That was so many debuffs. So many debuffs. Like, actually thousands of debuffs. It had to be. Alright, well, we unlocked Tome of Contracts for Pyreborne. Consume. Reduce a unit's cooldown timer by 1 to a minimum of 1. That's a really good card. Incredible. Gel Transfuser. When any unit dies, their Pyre Gel is spread among enemy units. Fantastic. Also good. Underlegion level up. Pandemic. Oh, we unlocked the Pandemic. Oh no. Consume. Apply Decay 8 and Sap 2. Add a copy of this card to your discard pile. Interesting. So, you could remove Consume -2 this and flood your deck with it, which is pretty decent. It's actually a decent card. This Decay 8, Sap 2. You can also double stack this and -1 it, I suppose, and then just keep the consumes and load your consume pile up. Interesting. It seems decent. Doesn't seem amazing, but it seems decent. Twin Minds. Create a permanent copy of the first consume card played each battle. Well, that seems really good and very spicy, right? What a fascinating relic. How strange. There's like layers to this. The fact that it's permanent copy is really odd, but cool. Ah, yes. Madame Lionsmane, the alternate champion for the clan. Incredible. We get that. I'll play her next. Let's see. Covenant rank up. Rank 9. Your Pyre takes 30% damage at the start of the run. Okay, fair enough. We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. Surprised it came in so late, but that is a lot of damage to take, so fair enough. And we mastered a bunch of stuff. Great news. All right, back up. I want to look at how close we are on the... What's it called? I want to look at how close we are on these Pyre Hearts. We got real close on Bogworms. We're 400 out. We did a lot of debuffs in that combat. And then I have to take a lot more Pyre damage. Life Mothers is going to take me a while to get, I guess, but fair enough. All right, let's go to the run summary. Is there anything I want to call out here? I actually think this gain Ember on Whelp business was kind of cool. It's like a Pyre Chomper that kills enemies. I also think that it was pretty important that we hit Flaming Talons so that this was doing extra damage, and that we hit the Dragon Staff so our incants were clearing up waves. I'm very disappointed in Puffball. This is like... He feels like he missed the mark in critical enemy health thresholds. He's doing 15 out of 20 to a key unit. That's pretty sad. the fact that you can't large Titanite him. Now, you can get around this, of course, but you'd have to do dualism Titanite, which hurts his survivability a truckload. It's tough. The other problem with Puffball is that he doesn't play nice with Fungi, because you spawn your Fungi in the front, right? And you really want him to be getting hit. So I understand why Glow Up exists, right? You have to advance your unit. You'd pull a Fungi on the floor and then advance past it. But this just feels like... It feels like bad Titan Sentry, doesn't it? It just does. I kind of wish I just had Hot Shark in this game. Is basically where I'm at here. So... With that in mind, I don't know. I'll keep trying him. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It didn't fail most of the time, but I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it just didn't do as well as I wanted. I feel like dualism might be mandatory on him, and I don't like that. I think that is a sign of a much weaker unit. So what would be the number here that would get him over 20? 7 decay? Yeah, 7 decay would do it. Meanwhile, Titan Sentry easily clears that wave without dualism, right? I'm trying to think. What would it be? He'd have 3. But the thing is Titan Sentry, if he existed, would have 3 for each hit. So you'd be doing like 3 times, I don't know, 5 or 6 or whatever. And then the other thing about it is the guys in front would... I don't actually know how this would resolve. I guess it wouldn't trigger revenge because it's just applying corruption. Yeah, so the guys that in front that are dying that give corruption don't actually trigger this, but yeah. Do you take corruption damage before the enemies do? Or is it the other way around? Because if he takes the corruption hit, that's 6. I actually think maybe Titan Sentry falls short of that 20 threshold too without... Yeah, without dualism. Now, obviously, in Monster Train 1, we would self-infuse him, so that's maybe where I'm coming from. I don't know. They both kind of fall short, actually. Maybe that 20 health guy just requires better answers. Maybe. I'll have to think about that a little more. I'm still learning thresholds is the thing. Thresholds are a really important part of just successful gameplay in Monster Train, right? You need to kill certain units on certain turns. It makes a big difference. It's very important. So... you might just need to hit dualism, I guess. Which is not ideal. There's got to be a better answer. Maybe you just have to find pings or something. The problem is this clan has no ping, right? What if, like... Alright, go back. Let's go to the outpost. I'll look at the logbook. Alright. Let's look at the logbook before I click this story event thing. Go to Underlegion. I want spells. There's no ping here, other than the uncommon one that we saw, that we didn't actually see in this particular run. There's nothing in the commons, right? I guess I haven't seen one. Interesting. Yeah, none of these are pings. Okay, I guess... You know what? You're right. Rot is a ping. Turns out that's a very expensive ping, but I do think if you see this, you kind of maybe have to click it? I don't know. It's pricey, but this card is, like... those heralds were a problem. And those heretics in Ring 8 were a problem. And this clan's backline answer doesn't answer it. I don't want this. His answer, he doesn't do it. Puffball doesn't get past those guys. He gets silenced by the heralds, and he comes up short on the heretics. That's really bad. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you just have to take Inhale if you see it. This might be like actually a really cracked card. The problem is it actually hurts Puffball's floor, right? Because you don't want to spawn on his floor. But whatever. I don't know. Interesting. Is there another one? Right. We haven't seen this guy before. I've seen him, but I haven't drafted it. Racking Pain. I don't actually think this would help because we don't have any debuffs on the enemy when he spawns. So this is more like a kill shot for Seraph or something. Would probably have done like 1,000 damage at the end there, so pretty good card though. Anything else that counts as a ping? Hawks, but this kills my own units. Is not great, not ideal. It's like, yeah, Rot and Inhale. So these are like really important cards, I think. Pings are just as, if not more important than in Monster Train 1. Anyway, let's go look at this barracks, see what happens. What do we get? Oh my adorable golden butter cookie, you are looking so glorious, so opulent, so luscious. Gross, bud. He's obsessed. Oh no. Yeah, okay. At least Gilda calls him out for it. Your words are meaningless. Yeah, all right. Oh god. Oh no. What's happening? These two are talking. Apparently, Phoenix owes Gilda money. Oh no. She looks pissed. All right, cool. Apparently, Phoenix is actually destitute and has no cash. No money? Oh no, I like an uncluttered space. All right, fair enough. Oh no. Phoenix looks like he's having a bad day. It's like, oh man, how do I earn money? All right, that's pretty funny. All right, cool. I don't have much else to add. I'll let you all go there. We're coming up close on Pyre unlocks. Feels like it's taken forever. We're very close on debuffs. I feel like that run made most of this progress. And then the rest of it is it's a magic power or a dimensional challenge. So we're getting there. We're probably a few runs out still, but anyway, I'll let you get back to it. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.